the silver mining sector is historically oversold. This opens up a potential investment opportunity for all who are aware of the current dynamics and market stats. Now I'll explain why silver just cannot stay at these prices for much longer and why it needs to go up higher. Stay tuned to find out the most valuable information, and as always said with educational purposes and is not meant to be taken as financial advice. Silver in general is called a strategic and monetary metal. Monetary means it has a long history of inflation and crisis protection, while strategic means that it is of key importance when it comes to technological and medical advancements. It is not possible to have any type of computer, phone, TV, or other smart devices without silver. In a world of increasing geopolitical tensions, it is very important for each country to have food security, energy security, and technological security. Silver is a main part of that tech security for a nation, but what is mind-blowing is that in September, at a price of $20 per ounce, the total yearly supply equates to only $20 billion. This is a puny amount, and just for comparison, Google has $116 billion in cash, while Meta Platforms has $42 billion. If for some reason big tech companies or governments want to secure their future technological advancements and they decide they want to buy up silver, then the market will break as the supply is very constrained. It is impossible for the silver supply to go up drastically, as at least 75% of silver supply comes from non-primary silver producers. This means that most of the above-ground silver is coming from big copper miners, gold, zinc, and iron ore miners. A primary silver producer is a company which has over 60% of its revenue stemming from silver alone. On the following graph, you can see the size of the primary silver industry, and it is very minuscule. At only $21.9 billion, it is 10 times smaller than the other mining industry sectors. The diversified mining industry consists of companies like BHP, Rio Tinto, Glencore, and others, and their total market cap is about $440 billion US. The biggest players in the gold mining space are Barrick and Newmont, while the whole industry has a market cap of $225 billion. The total copper industry market size is $120 billion. Uranium is also quite a small industry which is very illiquid, and there is a future potential in it. Comment down below if you want a separate analysis on the topic. According to Jeff Clark, one of the premier silver industry analysts, the current average all-in sustaining costs, or AISC, of the producers is $19.33 per ounce, and in September the price was sitting at about $20 per ounce. This was obviously an unsustainably low price level, which pushed out existing silver miners out of the industry, and it forces away new entrants. As you can see from the provided graph, almost all primary silver producers are non-profitable at a price of about $20. Only Silver Corp Metals and Gatos Silver have positive free cash flows, which are both considered mid to small cap producers. The biggest players in the space all have negative free cash flows, which means that it would be better for them to stop pumping out silver at these prices due to lack of profitability. This has quite the bad investment effects today, but over the long term this makes all of these companies very efficient. Today, all of these companies are trying to cut costs from left to right and all in between. If their business is not operating with full efficiency, they will sooner rather than later go bankrupt. It is also very important to note that these primary silver companies are very volatile when the price of silver moves in either direction. For example, if the price goes to $25 or in percentage terms from 20 to 25, it goes by 25% from the price of $20, then these mining stocks will do a multiple percentage higher. Also, a supporting fact for higher silver prices is coming directly from Reuters and the Silver Institute, as silver is heading for its biggest deficit in decades. This means that the yearly supply is not enough to cover the yearly demand. This is always a good fundamental reason behind the future price increase. The use of silver for industry, jewelry, silverware, and for bars and coins for retail investors were all forecasted to reach record levels. Automakers are using more silver as the amount of electronics in vehicles increases, but the sector accounts for only around 5% of the total demand, while solar panels account for around 10% of silver demand. Both of these two industries will become a huge driving force behind the upcoming enormous silver demand over the next decade. On the next chart, you can see how the yearly demand over the past 10 years now is the highest on record, with the industrial demand leading the way. Make sure to watch my separate silver analysis videos here on the channel, where I discuss in depth the supply and demand dynamics and how to analyze silver against other assets. When it comes to analyzing whether it is better to buy bigger or smaller mining companies in the sector, it is good to check up on the GDXJ to GDX ratio. It states if the junior companies in the space are more undervalued or the bigger companies are a better buy. The current level is showing clearly that over the past 2 years today, it's one of the best moments to buy junior mining stocks, as the lower the chart is going, the better the opportunity becomes in relation to the bigger stocks. GDXJ stands for juniors, while GDX tracks the senior companies in the space. As a general conclusion, the price of silver just cannot stay at around $20 per ounce for a long time, as no companies will survive. There are only a few stocks which are profitable at the moment, but the fundamentals are quite strong, as the silver demand is very high and it is expected to stay as such for the foreseeable future. Not to mention that silver is irreplaceable, which makes it a very good strategic investment option. As a final note, remember that currently the junior silver mining sector is more overvalued than the seniors. Like the video if you learned something new and comment down below which other topics you want me to cover next on the channel. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest updates. With that said, I wish you a great day and I'll see you in the next video.